Okay, we are live once again on a Wednesday evening. Welcome everybody to the training. Give everybody a chance to get checked in here, and we'll get started right on time so we can roll right along. I hope everybody's having a great week and had an awesome Wednesday. Kenny Dutton, how you doing, buddy? I tell you, the weather's been just absolutely beautiful here. My gosh, I don't know what to do. It's so nice. It is supposed to rain every day next week, but that's fine. We will need the rain. We've already had 85, 86 degree days. Not even Easter yet. So a little bit cool. I mean, a little bit warm. Some of our biggest snows have been this time of year. We're going to get started here in about 1 minute. How you doing, Gary? How you doing, buddy? All of you who are watching from YouTube, it's good to have you on that side of the house. There are questions from there from YouTube if you're on the YouTube channel, but that's fine. You have to be in the actual webinar. But I think some people watch from YouTube because they're traveling or not where they can get on the webinar. Although this webinar here is mobile ready, so you can sign in. But you don't need to be texting anyway. Just listen what we got to say, and hopefully some of the training will be for you. Some nights it may be a little bit redundant. We try to keep it fresh for everybody. We've got a lot of new people that are on board, so we kind of, sometimes you may feel it's redundant. I think it was last week or week before we had really a nice refresher, and actually turned out real good for everybody. So it's like somebody was saying, it doesn't hurt to refresh every now and then, and that is a fact. But it's 8:01, and we still got people checking in, but I'm going to go ahead and get started here. If you'll notice there, if you're on a mobile device and it's at the bottom of the page, or if you're on a computer, it's at the right of the page, you can go ahead and join our Facebook group, our App Wizard Studio Facebook group. Just click on that link. Do it real quick while you're on. If you're not a member of the group, it's always a great way. Christopher, how you doing, buddy? And it's always a great way to interact with other resellers and ask questions. And there's a lot of good information that people post, a lot of good educational information that people post. And we post all the announcements there. Of course, we send out the email also. It's there. And so it's just a great place to be, just to stay informed. You don't have to sit in there and post all day and all that. But if you have a question, I do keep it monitored. I have my notifications on for the group and try to help when I can. Also, you can reach me via Messenger, Facebook Messenger, just about any time of day. Sometimes I'm up real late at night, and if somebody has a question, they'll shoot it to me and I answer it. And any technical questions, please continue to use Mark. Technical problems I can't take care of, but any sales questions or building questions, any training questions, I can take care of that. And Messenger works real good because I'm able to take pictures and we can communicate via pictures. And I usually show people exactly what to do through pictures and show them where to go. And it works out very well. And that way you can keep your business going and keep everything hopping. So go ahead and click on that button there and join the Facebook group. If you join the group under a different name than you signed up, I won't approve it. But if you will email me at mobyadgroup@gmail.com, Moby at gmail.com. I'll type that in real quick. I'll be more than happy to approve you. Just let me know that hey, I signed up under this name, and we in our other group some people got slipped in, and so we started this new group, and we monitor it very, very closely. And if you're not a member of Instant App Wizard, we won't let you in. It's a closed group for a reason. So, but go ahead and step on that real quick. Just a little disclaimer: App Wizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching training, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires. And, you know, some people like working part-time. Some people like working some of the time. And so just whatever your work habits are, that's great. The program's for you, irregardless of what you do. I'm going to put up another link to click. If you would, please, please, please sign up to our webinar switch. We're going to same platform. Everything will be the same. Google Hangouts is going away. And so we've got to use the live version. So I'm going to display that. And same thing, it's either on your left, right-hand side of your computer and or at the bottom. We're going to switch over on the 25th. We've already had a bunch of people sign up. So, but if you haven't signed up yet and you don't catch it here, there's a link in the Facebook group. And I'll also be sending out a couple more emails. On the 5th of April, we will be switching over to that. So that's very important for you to know that. This link here will go dormant, and the new link will be hot and active on the 5th. Once you sign up, you don't have to re-register. I've got it set up for 52 weeks, an entire year, and this time next year we'll do it again. So if you would, just hit that link. Even while you're on training, it's going to open up in another page. That way you can do it, and we'll continue rolling on here. Setting up PayPal. Get this question a lot, and so I wanted to go ahead and do it. And while I'm doing this tonight, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go in. The three things tonight are going to be the menu. And we're going to go ahead and set up a menu for you and show you how that's done. And I'm going to talk about pricing. I'm going to talk about what my pricing is and why I price it that way. Menus can be a bear. I recommend using somebody like Menufy. We've got a relationship with Menufy. It's free for your customers for them to do it. And it's a very nice program. And I know several of the resellers have used Menufy. And we can get you the phone numbers for them if you want to do that. But if you just want to do a quick product app for someone, product and services app, and or a menu app, it's not difficult to do. One of the toughest things to do is setting up PayPal, and that's because PayPal literally changes their platform like most people eat 3 or 4 times a day. So let me go ahead here. I'm going to change screens a couple of times if that's okay. We're going to come over and we're going to go right into the apps. If you could, if everybody would just let me know that you see the switch real quick. Sometimes I switch and it doesn't switch on screen. We're going to continue on in the Kicking Wings app that I built. Last week we worked on a directory, but this week we're going to look at the Kicking Wing apps again, just because that's where we're going to build a menu and it's already got texting attached and all that. So, but let's go in real quick. You're going to go into Edit Content. You're going to go into Settings. And right down here at the bottom of Settings, 3 bars up, you got Third-Party Google Analytics Stats and Shopping Cart. What you want to do is you want to go into Shopping Cart. And this is where you enable your shopping cart. Now, there's already a test mode set up. Mark has a dummy account set up that you can go in and test it with. I will tell you, some things don't work in test mode because it is a dummy account. And you will see here, there's a test mode and there is a live mode. Now, live mode, when you go into live mode, this is where you've got to go into PayPal And you've got to get the API username, the API password, and the API signature. Your PayPal account will not work without this. This also has a cart mode and a no cart mode. The cart mode is an actual shopping cart where it will set up and add different products. You can go back and forth. You can order as many products as you want. And the no cart mode allows only single product orders only. So it's got the full shopping cart mode if you want to use a shopping cart where maybe they want to buy 3 or 4 items. And I'm going to put a couple of items in each one of these so that you can see that. To go in, I'm not going to go into a live PayPal account because I really don't want to share all my information with everybody. Give me 1 second here. As a matter of fact, I need to do something real quick. I don't want to share all of my information with everybody for lots of reasons. Let me just make sure I got this blocked out here on what I don't want you to see. Because this is a live PayPal account. So, okay, let me go ahead and swap back over, and we will continue on our way. You've got to go into PayPal. You do have to have a PayPal account. I will go ahead and say this because somebody will ask. We do not have it set up to where you can set this into Stripe. It is specifically for, okay. So you're going to go in, and this is a live PayPal account. These are slides. I'm not actually in my PayPal account. What you need to do is you need to log into your PayPal account. This is a business account. It's not a pro account. Have a pro account to have a PayPal account and use it in this system. A pro account is $30 a month. This is a free account. It's a business account and it's free. So just go in and set it up. If you set it up as an individual, I'm not sure if the APIs work. I've never had it set up. I've had this one set up since 2012. So, but as I say, this has changed many, many, many times, and that's why we're going through it again tonight. You need to come over to profile. Okay, once you log in, you're gonna see the little bell and the little man here. That's your profile and your logout. You want to make sure that you click on profile. It's kind of weird how they've got this done, but it is what it is. Okay, you're going to come over here and you can see where it says business setup. This is my business name. This is a business profile. Once again, this is a free account. Let me just reiterate, you do not have to go in and buy a pro account. Pro accounts do recurring payments and some things that this account doesn't do. So if you want to use it for recurring payments, that's fine. It's like $30 a month. But you want to go into profile and settings. Okay, profile and settings. And this is all your personal information right here. Your passwords, your PINs, your security questions, your name and everything. And you're going to come down here to My Selling Tools. And when you come into My Selling Tools, you're going to see right here, API access, manage API credentials to integrate my PayPal account with my online store or shopping cart. This is where just about every single person that I've ever talked to in the last 4 years gets lost setting this up. So this is where it kind of gets like, well, none of this makes sense. And if you'll see where I'm going to go, then it'll make sense to you. So we're going to come over here and we're going to go to update. Now, if this wasn't already set up, I want to say that this still says update. It used to say set up account or something like that, but I think it all says update now. But anyway, whatever the link is right here to the right of this, click on it. And now you're going to come to this page. Now, this is where everything gets confused. The first thing that people do is they say, oh, grant API permission. And they click on that, and it goes to a page if you're setting up a third-party account. Like if you have a JVZoo account or something like that, and you're integrating with that account, that's not where you want to go. This one says PayPal checkout SDK integration. And then you just scroll down the page, okay? And right here, it says MVP/SOAP API integration. This is where you want to go. You're your developer integrated MVP SOAP or classic API that allows to accept payments via PayPal. If you click on anything else, you're going to view API signature. Now, when I first set this up, this used to say request credentials. I'm not sure exactly what it says now because I've had this set up, like I say, since 2012. But come in and just the link is right here under MVP/SOAP API integration. No matter what it says, it's going to take you to the same place. Now, this is where you're going to come to. Once you request your credentials and it's all set up, this is what will come up. Now, I haven't been in here, gosh, man, in years. So today when I set it up, I had to get a code from PayPal. That was me, because this information here cannot get out to anyone. People can literally get into your PayPal account if anybody sees this information. So naturally, I'm not going to sit here and show you my information. You can see right here, this used to say request when you checked in. Request date December 26th of 2012 at 1:12 p.m. Pacific time. This hasn't changed. Just PayPal's look has changed. Their actual control panel has changed. But this all looks the same. And when you do that, you're going to click on these buttons. And this isn't live. This is a screenshot, and I'm not going to show you my APIs. This is your API username, your password, and your signature. When we're going to go back to the control panel in just a second, the App Wizard control panel, it's going to ask you for your username and password. Probably 70% plus of the people put their PayPal username and password in there. That's not what you put. You put the API username, the API password, and the API signature. And just click on these and show them. And you want to save these in a safe place if you think you're going to use them again. I don't have them saved anywhere. I leave them on PayPal. And if I need them, I go back to them. And once you got that information, you just click done. Okay. Before I leave these screens, because I want to go back into the control panel and we're going to get in there and we're going to start building some stuff. Is there any questions at all? And I will go back. I just want to make sure everybody understands this, because you cannot set up your PayPal shopping cart without this 3 bits of information. Simply go into your PayPal account, go to profile settings. You're going to come into your profile and settings. This isn't under my settings. It's under my selling tools. Okay. My selling tools. Click on my selling tools, AP access, whatever this link says right here. Mine says update because it's been set up. Whatever this link says, click on it. Just because it says API permissions up here, that's not where you want to go. You want to scroll down the page and you want to come down here where it says API integration, view API signature. It will probably say request credentials. If it does, once again, whatever the link is right there, just click on that. And there you will have your credentials. Very simple, very easy to do. And you do, I have a business account set up. I want to say I'm pretty positive if you have a regular account set up, just a personal account, you can check to see if you have the API signatures in there. And if you do, let us know in the group or let us know on next week's training. I've never had an account like that, so I can't personally answer that question. And so we've got all of our information and we're done. Now let me go back over to App Wizard Studio real quick. So there's no questions at all. We will continue on. Hit share, and everybody should see that now. Can everybody see my screen? Everybody sees me back in the control panel? I think it was week before last or something. we literally went 20 slides, and then somebody finally said the slides aren't changing. So, and then I had to refresh everything. So if everybody's good to go, we'll continue on. Right here in big red letters, not PayPal username, not PayPal password. Okay. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this out, this portion out of the training, and I will stick it right here. Okay. Now, when set up, visitors will be able to purchase items and products and services and menu via PayPal. Okay. Now, you don't have to have a PayPal account to pay out with this. You can pay out with your credit card, but we all know that every time you go into PayPal, they want you signing up. So the first thing they ask you is, do you have a PayPal account? The second thing they ask you at the first thing they ask you at the bottom of the screen is, do you want to sign up for a PayPal account? And everything in between there, and you're going to see that in just a moment, because I'm going to put this over in test mode. But you can see right here, API username, API password, and API signature. That is what you have to get from within PayPal, from within your settings. Okay. If there is sales tax involved, it's 8% here, I think, or 8.2. I can't remember what it is. But you can put your sales tax here. Ask the shipping address. Yes. Ask when purchased. If they are delivering a product, even if they're not shipping it, for example, let's say you go out and set up a pizza parlor. If they're going to deliver that pizza, you want to make sure that they ask for the address, ask for the delivery address. Okay. That way, when it comes up on the screen, and you'll see it in just a moment. Okay. Or you can say no, but you want to ask for the address, or they won't be able to deliver it, because people are going to be doing this online. They're not physically going to be calling in. Put your sales tax in, your signatures in. Make sure this is in live mode. Make sure it's enabled. If it's not enabled, you won't see anything. Make sure it's enabled. Put your stuff in. If it's going to be a cart, shopping cart, meaning a physical cart where everything will add up, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. No cart means that they can only order one product. This is good if let's say that you're working with a lawn service, okay, an actual service, a lawn service, and he's got mow my yard, clean gutters, something like that. Maybe there's 2 or 3 things, but they're like seasonal, so somebody would not do it. Somebody would not order all those services at the same time. Then you could use it as one at a time. If it's something, now let's say it's got mow yard, trim hedges, weed eat, water flowers, whatever they do, okay, that then you would want to put it in a cart, because that person will go in and put the order in and say, okay, and they're going to put the address in, and Kerry's Lawn Service is going to say, okay, I got to go to Jim's on next Wednesday, and there's a place to actually put comments and all that stuff. And so he can go in, and he can go to Jim's, and he can do his thing, and they can pay him right online. This is also good if somebody wants, let's say that they've got PayPal, they don't want to do a swiper or whatever. They can set this up, and they can collect their money. You can set this up and collect your money. Maybe you go do mobile business cards and a shopping cart. I mean, not a shopping cart, but gosh, what am I trying to say here? The messaging center. You got all those, and you say, okay, you want this, you want this, you want this. Put it all in. Hit the button. Take their credit card, and you're done. As with everything that's WYSIWYG, this information can be changed. Now, if you'll notice, this puts my app name in right here. This is tagged, but you can change that. Thank you for your order. If you have any questions or would like to confirm your order, please call us at. Obviously, that's not the phone number. You can change that, put the phone number in. This is going to pop up on a screen. The thank you will automatically pop up on the screen. Get notified when a new order is placed. This is very, very helpful if you're working with a restaurant. Actually, if you're working with anybody. Send notification to a phone. You have to have texting attached. That's why I'm using this app. You have to have texting attached. there again, that's what? Recurring income for you. Excuse me. That's recurring income for you. So when you go out and you sell a menu or something like that, you want to make sure you set up and say, okay, send a notification to an email and send a notification to the phone. If I've got a restaurant and someone's placing orders, what do I want in the back of by my kitchen? I want to make sure that there's a printer back there and a computer that when these orders come in, they can hear the ding of the email because it's checking it every minute or every 2 minutes, whatever you got it set up for. And they also, somebody back there has a phone that's going to be saying, oh, we just got an order. Bam, go check the computer, print off the order, stick it up on the little holder, and get the order out. Any questions on setting up PayPal? And we're going to roll right along here. At all? Does everybody get it? Everybody knows how to set this up now? Pretty simple, pain-free. And of course, as with everything, hit save. Now it says, if I didn't change it back, I was going to change it for $1. Change it over here to test mode. Now, if you go in and use this in test mode, this is where you're going to need to go online and log in. Okay. I mean, you'll log in on the phone and you'll see it work. Okay. So this is your username, user1 at somecustomer.com and demo test 1, 2, 3. This is a sand. Oh gosh, man. Sandbox. This is their sandbox mode where you can test, and this is where you log in at. Okay. You can't do anything else in there. Hit save. Now let's go over to, we're going to go ahead and do a menu first. This is your menu. And I'm going to show you both ways. I'm going to go in and turn that off in just a moment so you can see. Some people want to be able to order. Some people just want their menu on there. Okay. Now, before I do this, I just priced one of these day before yesterday. The place has about 45 items. There won't be any pictures. And I priced it at $300 to do it. If they do it, they've got to get it approved. If they do it, they're going to send me a Word document that's got their menu on it. I will just cut and paste. So I charge roughly $5 an item, give or take, round it up. These are really time consuming. They're a lot of work. And so you need to charge accordingly for them. Don't be afraid to tell someone it's going to cost them $300 to get that set up, especially if they're sending you a bunch of pictures and stuff. If they do not send me a Word document and I have to physically type it, I charge $10 per item. $10 per item. So 50 items would have cost them $500 if I have to physically type it. So charge accordingly. Figure out your time, how long it takes. All of you know I can't type. So kind of figure it out. $5 if it's copy and paste because I can do it a lot quicker. Or $10 if I have to physically type out a menu. And I did that once and I charged them $600. It was the very first one I ever did. $600 to do it. They paid it. A month later, they didn't want to pay the monthlies anymore and they canceled, which I hate to say it, but I was glad because they literally sent in menu changes every day. I only charged them, I think it was $2 a menu change, and their menu was constantly changing, and I lost my butt on that. So the best thing that happened to me was that they canceled the menu, and they actually put their entire menu on Facebook. So it's a lot of work. It's time consuming, and I'm letting you know that up front because I have physically done them. And I also cheated myself on the money side. So don't be afraid to ask for $5. Okay. If you're copy and pasting it, an item, and $10. So here we're going to add a category to the menu. Okay. You can see right here is the opening, the button starts off with menu because that's what it is. Okay. Menu, but you're going to be able to drop categories underneath that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm all this or just wings. I'm gonna call this wings. And then I can come in and I can add a category, drinks. You can see why I would charge $10 you can see why I charge $10 to do this. And then you could come in, you could add another category, desserts. And now when I come to my drop down menu, okay, add a category, you can see I got wings, drinks, and desserts. All right, desserts. Okay. Now I come in and I've got wings and I've got hot. So you can break this down as far as you want. Let me recommend, don't get real crazy with it. I mean, menus aren't as difficult as sometimes we make them out to be. But I just wanted to show you here. So we're going to have our menu button on the front. You click on wings, and then you can go click on wings, and then you can have hot, and you can have mild. You can literally break this down. Drinks, and under drinks, you could put every single drink. I wouldn't do that, but I just want to show you that you can. Same thing under desserts. You can make this as many multiple layers as you want to make it, but let me recommend that you keep it kind of simple. So now we're going to do what? We're going to add a menu to the item. I saw somebody say a while ago they couldn't hear me. If you can't hear me ever, if you'll just refresh, you'll be able to hear me. Okay, so let's call this hot wings. We're going to come down and we'll put a little description in here. Our 5-star hot wings are a football favorite. Let's center that. And I'm going to change the font. I like putting my font about a 14. Sometimes, like if I have this as a header, I'll put 14 as the text, but you can do whatever you want to do. You can bold this. This is always e-way. Our 5-star hot wings are a football favorite. Price, $9. I'm going to put this under wings. I'm going to upload my image. Open. The image size, this is going to size your images and put them in the right size for the app. So these images that I just put in there are huge. They're like 1,200 by something. Okay, I just pulled these right off the internet. So I'm not sure if this has it may have a 5 megabyte limit to it, but I know in everything else, Mark has taken off the size limit. So, but that you saw that, I think that was 4 megabytes. So we're going to add that. Now we're going to come in. We're going to add another menu item. And we'll say mild wings. Okay, favorite for the kids, rubbed on a house blend of sweet spices. Go ahead and center that. Well, I'll leave that to the side just so you can see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and increase the size of the font. We'll say $9.99 again. Upload an image. We're going to put that under wings again. We're going to hit add. Okay, now we have built our menu up, okay, and I'm going to show you what it looks like over here. Let's go to preview. Now you can change this whatever you want. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do this, okay? One thing, you can move this to the top, and I'm going to show you how to do all that in just a moment. But let's go in and look at the menu real quick. There's the restaurant menu. Now you can see, remember, the first tier was wings, drinks, and desserts. Under wings, you've got hot wings, and mild wings. This was the second breakdown in the category. We don't have anything in there, obviously. This is the hot wings and the mild wings. Excuse me. So let's go into hot wings. And you can see it's got a nice picture. Our 5-star hot wings are a football favorite. The text is nice and big. You can add it to the cart. Okay, we added it to the cart. I've been in here already messing with this earlier, so that's why you saw the 4 items. Let's come up here, and we're going to add some mild wings. We're going to add it to the cart. Okay, I got hot wings, mild wings. And I'm going to return. And I don't want anything else. So let me go ahead and go check out here. Put all my wings in, put my wings in. Now let me show you something real quick. I got down here and I ordered one more than I want, so I can remove this. -1. Okay. Maybe I want to come up here and I want to remove another one. I say, oh, I don't want that. Remove -1. All right. If you wanted to add one, you can show them how they can add. So I've got a total of $39.96 up here, and I'm going to go hit checkout. And it takes me into PayPal. And of course, remember I told you PayPal asks about 500 times if you want to do something. You can see here, log in. I can log in with my account. I'm not going to click on this because this is going to take me out of this page. So, but just go in and play with it, as I always say. Put your card number in. This is the street address, all the information. Okay. Ship to my billing address? No, ship it somewhere else. Like me, my billing address and my physical address are 2 different things. Okay. So this is billing address. We said we wanted a shipping address. That's why this button is here. Okay. If the address is the same, they'll leave that. If not, they'll take it off. And now they'll put in the shipping address, where they want it delivered to. Get your phone number information, your email information. And once again, do you have would you like a PayPal account? Set one up. No, I don't. All they have to do is click on that, and they can pay directly with their credit card. All right, they pay directly with their credit card. I recommend you go in and set yours up, put it in sandbox mode, and play with it. Any questions on setting up a menu? Now, let me show you a couple of things you can do with this. One thing I like doing, I like things standing out. I want people going into this app for one specific reason. I want them to order food and or know what they're going to order when they come, if that's what they desire to do. So I'm going to come over to content. I'm going to turn that button off. I'm going to come over to content, homepage. I'm going to go into links. I only want to turn off this one particular button right here, the restaurant menu. Okay. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to come over to settings and I'm going to come to my header. Does anybody know what I'm fixing to do? Does anybody know what I'm fixing to do here? I'm going to come in. I'm going to create a button bar. Add a new link. I'm going to come down. I'm going to grab my restaurant menu. And I'm going to say, click here. We got to put a call to action on there. I'm going to say add. And normally this button bar, remember last week I moved it up. Normally that button bar is down here. What you want to do is drag it to the. Remember last week also we colored this, so I don't have to go in and color it, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So here it is, big, bright yellow, trimmed in orange. Click here to view our menu. Hit save. Come up here to preview. Click here to view our menu. It stands out. You drive people, and you put the call to action there. And now this has become a nice business card, okay, with their information. You didn't overload it with a bunch of stuff. Everything is above the fold. You got your call to action at the top of the app. You can drive them into the menu. Okay. Now I'll show you real quick how to color that tab. Just come down to your colors, or the button actually. And we're going to come up here to header. And we're going to come to button bar. And you just set the colors of your buttons bar. This is the background color I selected. Select the background color, border color, and just set your colors. Just like normal. Any questions at all? Any questions at all on where we're at right now? Part of this, and we will build a quick products and services. How did you get the border on the link two-tone color? Let me show you how to do that. It's called inset and offset. When you come up, and let's go down here to the main links. And let's come down here to the text content box. And if you'll notice, this one's two-tone and this one's two-tone. This one is inset. This one is outset. Right here where it says border style, you can change these however you want, make them dotted or whatever. I use outset on this one, and it puts the darker tone on the bottom. And I use inset on the icon, okay, on the icon box right here. This is set to inset. That way they offset each other, and it makes it look good. Yes, that is my signature style. Thank you. You're absolutely right. Been doing that since I started building 2.0 apps. It is my signature style. That's for sure. Any questions on this at all? Any questions at all? Any questions? Absolutely, Rick. Absolutely, buddy. Okay, let's go on over here. Setting up a products and services is exactly the same thing. Now, there's something you can do in products and services that you can't do in the menu. I have done this where if people have if they're a car dealer and they have one of those nice apps that you can actually pull up their car inventory. I've done this many times using this, where you just add the link. You set up your categories here, and you just put the name that the link's going to be, the URL, excuse me, and what category you're going to put it in, and it will actually build a link that will go straight to the to their shopping cart or something like that. If you want to do it that way, if you want to build there again on products and services, kind of time consuming, a lot of images you have to put in. So same pricing structure, $5 per item. If they're going to put them, if you're going to copy and paste, $10 if you have to type. That's my standard. I don't quote anything less, and I don't quote anything more. And if there's a lot of pictures, I will quote more. But most restaurant menus, they only have pictures for their main items. Things that look really good, because they have to spend a lot of money for that. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to add a category. Okay. And where that category is going to fall under here, and we'll call this insulation. I actually pulled these pictures from insulation because I'm getting ready to insulate something. So that's the reason I put it as insulation. Okay, I got my insulation up. Now I'm going to add a product or service. This is going to be a product. Okay, we'll say R13. Let's say Owens Corning. R13. All right. I can't type with a flip. Insulation is great for walls. 2x4 walls. And I'll show you something here that customers like. It's the little things that count. Wall insulation. We're going to bold that, and we'll make that a 18, and we'll come down here and we'll make that a 14. It's amazing when you walk in, you show someone an app, and I'm not talking apps you spend 3 days on. I'm talking apps you spend 15 minutes on, but you do those little things that what I call making it pop. Okay. And so you do those little things that make it pop, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. All right. And we'll say 1497. And I'm going to upload an image. 13 here somewhere. Okay, and there's my R13, and I'm going to put that in insulation. Same thing, you can break these categories down. When we get off of training tonight, when it's fresh in your brain and you're sitting there watching Dancing with the Stars, pull out your laptop and play with it. Okay? It's like everything else. The more you do, the quicker you learn. We're going to add another product or service, and we'll say Owens Corning ceiling insulation. I can't spell either. And this will be R30. Okay. Right, great for it. We're going to do the same thing. We'll pop this over in the center. We'll make that a 18. We'll bring this over. We'll make this a 14. I'm going to do something here. right? Great for insulating ceilings. And we'll say 29 bucks. We're going to put this under insulation again. Put our R30 in there. And we'll add that. Okay. And we'll come up to preview. All right. And we'll come down. I got to go turn it on. HTML text pages. Oops. Products and services. Yes, it's on. Let me hit save. Always check to make sure they're on. I go back and forth and turn everything on and off for training. So, and it's turned on. Products and services. Insulation. There's my R13. See, it just pops. It stands out. Nice image. They know exactly what they're getting. You can add it to the cart. There's your R30. Same thing. It pops. Now let me go over. I'm going to turn off the shopping cart just so you can see the difference. Any questions on that at all? Hit save. Preview. Now, if I was doing that for products and services, I would do the same thing. I would take that button off down there, and I would put a nice call to action that's nice and bright that can be seen. So you can go over here. Let's take a look at the menu. I turn that off. And we'll go into wings. And we're going to hot wings. And you'll see here, they can't order. It just tells them what's there. You will find that a lot of businesses do not want this hooked up to PayPal. Okay. I know a lot of businesses use PayPal, but more than not doesn't use PayPal. All right. So, but if they want it hooked up, they can. If not, you can go in and put the entire menu in there. There is great money in setting up restaurant menus. It's phenomenal money. It takes a little longer to get a restaurant because the managers are harder to talk to, and the time frame is very narrow. So I wouldn't just like totally focus on that. I would focus on that as your secondary maybe, and go out and just sell a bunch of business cards and hit the restaurants as you can. It's good money. It's good recurring income. Everything is there. You can literally, with a restaurant menu, easily make 1,500 bucks just building it. Changes go in. If their price changes, it's $5. Every price change I do, they have to pay me $5. Okay. They email it to me. I go in. It only takes seconds, but I want you to think about something real quick. You've got to stop exactly what you're doing. Okay. And go in and make that change. So it takes you out of your rhythm. You go in and make the change because they usually want it done right now, because when they open up, they want the new prices for that day. Restaurants change their prices on Sunday. So there's going to be weekend work because their day usually runs Sunday through Saturday. So you may be up Saturday night making changes. So just those simple little things. When you hear me talk about the pricing for these, you have to take all of that into account. I learned the hard way. I should have charged about $2,000 for the very first one I did. I charged $600, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare for me. and it was just constant changes, and I didn't charge for the changes, and I was excited. It's when I first started with App Wizard, and so learn from my mistakes. That's always a good way to do it. Okay. Any questions at all on either one of these? Going to get finished right on time tonight. Won't have to drag on too far. Any questions on setting up PayPal? You will be able to go directly into PayPal and the training and do the PayPal thing. Anybody? I have found a program. It's an appointment setting program. It's very, very inexpensive. If everybody would like, you can. It's not code or anything. It's an actual URL. I like it a lot. I'm implementing it in some of the things I'm doing. If you would like, I will show you guys that next week. But is anybody interested in seeing? You can go out and sell it all day long. It's great for anybody that's setting appointments, and it connects directly with Gmail and all that stuff, where the person that sets the appointment will get the reminders and everything. Is anybody? Yes, I don't even know how to say it. Calendly, whatever. But it's a great program. It's I think it's like $7 or $8. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it's cheap, very cheap. It actually integrates to Pipedrive, into Pipedrive. So if everybody would like to see that next week, I don't want to do it if nobody's okay. Everybody said yes. So, but it's you can literally go out and sell that for like $29 a month. And I'm not kidding you. It takes 2 or 3 minutes to set up. 2 or 3. So that'll be part one of next week's training. And yeah, it links right to the app. It's its own. Man, my brain today. I've been on sinus pills all day, so my brain's not thinking. It creates its own responsive page. You'll go in and create a link, set it up. So I will teach that next week. That'll be one of the things that I'll put into teaching. If there's anything in particular, we haven't had just a general study where people just say, "Hey, could you show me this?" If there's anybody that would like to see anything particular, if you will put it in the group for next week, I will show it. Even if it's 4 or 5 things, I will take those individual things. I won't go in depth. We'll go in and show you exactly how to do it. So, okay, everybody's into it. So I will show you Calendly, whatever, next week. Call it something else when you go out and sell it. I was talking to a guy today and telling him about it, and I never did say it right. So, but it is, you can't integrate it as a link, and it's a great program, and you can sell it. I'm telling you, you can sell it, and you can make some money with it. So just one of those little tools that you can add into the toolbox and throw out there for people that are looking for that. Hey, is there any more questions at all? Anybody? It's already passed by. I don't even know how to spell it. I mean, that's sad, isn't it? But I use the program. Could you put that in the box again, Kenny? Kenny's got it's calendly.com. Yeah, that.com. CALENDLY.com is the address. Go ahead and start playing with it. I mean, shoot, before training next week, you guys will have it done. Hey, thanks, Tom. I appreciate it, buddy. All right, everybody. It's that time, and we got finished right on time. 3 great things tonight in training. We'll have 3 great things next week. And we'll continue with this format. It's working out good, and we get through it. So God bless you. Have a great night, and I will see you in the group. And for all you new folks that are coming in, welcome aboard. It's a great family to be a part of. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Mark. I hope so too, buddy. Good to see you, Christopher. Thank you for coming, my friend. Good night, everybody.